Jerron Watts-Brown K's the side in the top of the first inning, and now it's time for McCade Brown to meet the Fisher Cats once more. Chris Jarrett, Bob Littman back with you, and the right-hander standing tall on the hill of McCade Brown, 6'6", 225, and runs the first pitch to the backstop. Up and in, buzzes the tower of Jackson Hornung. It's ball one. Hornung, Edinson Paulino, and Charles McAdoo, the first three due up for the Cats in the bottom of the first inning. Brown set up on the third base side of the bump, his 1-0 home. It's upstairs and too tall for Jackson Hornung, 2-0. Bob, you made the point looking at it. Jackson Hornung in his Double-A debut, his first series, not his debut, but in his first stretch in Double-A. He's seen McCade Brown once prior as the 2-0 misses up and in, and he took him deep.
First inning, too.
So Jackson Hornung in the top spot of the card. We'll run you through the Yard Goats defensive alignment as McCade Brown winds home with the 3-0. Just catches the upstairs part of the zone, and the count continues. It's 3-1. Jared Thomas in left, Cole Kerrigan center, and it's Juan Guerrero out in right field as Brown winds home with a 3-1. Upstairs, ball four. A 5-pitch walk to Jackson Hornung to get the night started for the Cats offense. Here comes Edinson Paulino.
94 miles per hour, but clearly high in the zone. And Jackson reaches base. He has 10 walks now. Came into the game, Chris, with a 360 on-base percentage.
This is the first start for McCade Brown since July 9th. First pitch to Edinson Paulino's in for a strike, 0-1. 5-pitch walk to Jackson Hornung, and as Bob mentions, a good chance to get on base. Edinson Paulino knocking home run number 7 earlier this week. Brown's 0-1. Swing and a miss downstairs. Count works to 0-2 to 1 of 2 left-handed hitters tonight for the Cats. It's Javon Ward, the designated hitter, as New Hampshire still looks to make its way without the lefties of Peyton Williams and Jace Borfin. 0-2 pitch coming home. It's high, 1-2.
And there wouldn't read anything into that with McCade Brown. Again, we hit the All-Star break. You know, he did start in the Somerset Series, and then we had the All-Star break, and now just finding his slot back in the rotation again.
So here's the 1-2. Corked high and deep out to right field, and Guerrero just turns and watches this one go. Paulino with a shot in the bottom of the first inning, and a 2-run drive to right gives the Cats an early lead. Home runs number 7 and 8 for Edinson Paulino this week against the Yard Goats. And an early little momentum juice in the bottom of the first inning. It's 2-0.
I know we talk a lot about the short right field porch in New Hampshire. That was 370. That's out in every ballpark in the Eastern League. Look at that one. Probably landed on the access road, was headed out to the railroad tracks. Good job, 2-0 boys.
Here's Charles McAdoo. The first pitch runs high, ball 1. Well, there's, again, the blueprint of a baseball game, of any game that you talk about, is trying to find yourself in an early lead. Who can hop on the scoreboard first? McAdoo goes after the 1-0 foul. It's 1-1. Not groundbreaking stuff, but we've seen a lot of games this year where, even this week, crooked numbers in early innings. Now, whether the Cats offense have responded or not, that's been a different thing. We've seen responses in the last 2 games. 1-1, breaking pitch, almost came back down, but it's inside, 2-1. Yesterday, 3 in the first on Kendry Rojas, and then the offense for New Hampshire with 3 in the second. 2-1 pitch, high, 3-1. The night prior, I should say the day prior, it was camp day. Goats with 1 in the first, Cats with 4 in the home half. We saw that same flow in the fourth. 1 in the top half, 4 in the home half. 3-1, rip and a miss. And it's 3-2.
McAdoo's finding his way on base a lot for the Fisher Cats. 9-game on base streak.
Full count pitch is fought out of the zone, still 3-2. And someone like Charles McAdoo now that all of a sudden has the most games played than anyone on New Hampshire's active staff at 77. 10 homers on the year. Also a club high with Peyton and Jace inactive. 3-2. tapped back to the net. Just got a piece of it. Still 3-2. Good on base percentage at a .309 for Charles. The OPS at a .721. Like to see the strikeouts number continue to get trimmed down, though. 95 Ks this year. 3 balls and 2 strikes coming home. On the ground, hard hit to short. Jorge's there with it. He'll up and fire to first. Just a step in time to get McAdoo, and there's the first down at the bottom of the first. Here's Ryan McCarty.
Be following the major leagues tonight, and that means Toronto at Detroit, the LA Dodgers at Boston, and the Yankees are home to Philadelphia, among the other games. One game already well underway. In fact, Miami takes a 5-1 lead to the bottom of the ninth in Milwaukee this afternoon.
Did we ever figure out why they played that one early in a day game?
No, it'd be a 3:05 start Central Time in Milwaukee today.
So just a Friday day game. The 0-1. McCarty knifes through it. 0-2. All right. 2 games in the Eastern League yet to go. It's Harrisburg and Akron and Reading Binghamton each with 7 o'clock starts tonight. Everyone else underway. Here's the 0-2. McCarty fights it out of the zone right side. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Bryce Arnold homered for Vancouver in the bottom of the ninth this afternoon at Nat Bailey to tie the game at Eugene 6, Vancouver 5, the final.
It's tough. 0-2 just misses outside. Ball and 2 strikes.
Jackson Wentworth started that game for Vancouver today. 6 innings and 4 runs allowed.
Love to see that. Looking to see Geron back in the 5-6 inning column. Ball and 2 strikes home. McCarty taps it. Oh,
Still
and it
alive.
tips right down to Betancourt and sends the catcher down into the dirt. Might have just knocked the wind right out of him. It tipped right off the bottom of the bat of McCarty.
Cutter Coffey today, 3 hits, a double, a home run. He went 3 for 5. He's hitting .286. Second baseman.
That's great.
Right, that's somebody
because
we're going to see pretty soon, right?
Well,
He's second round draft pick of the Red Sox.
Yep, that was the Danny Jansen trade last year, and it when you looked at the numbers at the time that deal was made, Coffey again a second rounder in 2022 out of Bakersfield High School in Liberty High School, I should say, Bakersfield, CA. As Betancourt getting checked out by Toshiaki Nagahara currently is the GOATS trainer. Looks to be all right.
Edinson Paulino was part of that trade.
He
too.
was.
Came
he
to
was,
the
yep.
Fisher Cats.
Numbers last year in High A Salem for Coffey, or in Greenville. 61 games, he was hitting .238, and then finished out with Vancouver last 22 games hitting .185. But then this year, 81 games hitting .286. As you say, 7 homers, but just, 24 doubles is fantastic. So 1-2 misses off the plate. It's 2-2.
Right, and again, he might have been a year ahead of where he should have been at the appropriate levels, and you grow into your level.
He's only 21.
Yep.
2-2. Hard hit out to right center, slicing towards Guerrero, and he can't get there. McCarty motoring for second, pumping the Jets as Guerrero's throw in is not in time. A 1-out double for Ryan McCarty. Gonna start the party tonight. Double number 12 on the season. That's much needed for Ryan McCarty. That's just his second hit going back to the 22nd. A couple over stretches on the ride.
Already going to get a visit from the pitching coach, just 4 batters into the game. Dan Meyer with a slow walk out to the mound here. Nobody up in the bullpen yet, so, well, actually, see a catcher's got gear on, and someone will now pick up a baseball. But a couple of hard hit balls here for the Fisher Cats in the first. All-time 95 and 91 against the Hartford Yard Goats. We did not carry over the records from the New Britain Rockcats. The Minnesota Twins were based in New Britain for all but the final year, and then Colorado Rockies have been the parent club of first New Britain and now the Hartford Yard Goats. And looks like one former Yard Goat was on the move today, going to the Yankees, as I tried to follow along with baseball transactions. Ryan McMahon third baseman, one-time All-Star to the Yanks.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
And I talked to you about it before the game today. When you look at our division, 5 of the 6 parent clubs are in competitive races right now. The Yard Goats in Colorado are the ones that are not. They get some prospects there.
0-1 sneaks away from Betancourt. McCarty off for third.
It should be a wild pitch that will move the runner over.
Yeah.
Good position to get the run in here.
I'll read you these teams. The Mets, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Phillies, and the Blue Jays. I mean, those are all teams that are floating towards the top of the division, or at least trying to make some type of push, whether this year or the next, and also loaded with prospect talent this year as well. Ball and a strike to Cade Doty. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. McCade Brown, a draft pick in the 3rd round out of Indiana, 2021. Born August 15th, 2000. The 1-2 home. Upstairs, back pick to first, and McCarty's fried. Bryant Betancourt making up for the ball that got to the backstop and hosed it down to Carreras. And there's 2 gone. It was a ball to Doty, so after McCarty extended it to third and only 1 out, that's tough. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Doty as Brown comes home. Popped in the air and leaving the field of play, still 2-2.
Now, when you look at the Southwest Division of the Eastern League, well, obviously Erie and the Tigers are fighting for
Cleveland now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, they fringe, right? The Guardians are 51 and 51, but the other 4 parent clubs are all in last place and by a wide margin.
2-2 tap foul.
Talking about the Nationals in Harrisburg, Pittsburgh and Altoona, Colorado with Hartford,
Not
and
the Giants,
Baltimore
though, right?
with Chesapeake. Giants are 54 and 49.
2-2 again. Breaking pitch just missed inside. Counts full.
Guess the Giants would be the closest to a playoff spot of all of those. Currently a game behind San Diego for the National League wild card.
3-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Cade Doty tosses the bat, heads to first. It'll give Javon Ward a shot in the bottom of the 1st inning. 2nd walk of the frame for McCade Brown. Brown made his season debut on April 9th, but it was in Spokane against Vancouver. 3-inning start and a hitless start at that. No walks and 6 Ks. First pitch to Javon, misses ball 1, and there's Betancourt threatening to fire down again.
We do have a righty, Victor Juarez, warming in the bullpen.
That season debut for Brown, it was a game that Javon Ward was in. He was the cleanup hitter and went 1 for 3 and drew a pair of walks. Pitch home, drilled to center field. That'll get your attention. It's a 2-out base hit for Javon Ward. Bobbled a bit by Carrick, but Doty will stay put at second. And a tough out at third base, as that would have driven in McCarty from third had he still been on base.
Yeah, that's going to be all for McCade Brown. They're going to knock him out in the 1st. Exit velocity there at 102.1. The Paulino home run, 370 feet, 103.3 exit speed, and the Fisher Cats have knocked McCade Brown around here in the 1st.
Tied for the shortest outing since July 24th last season, and that was in a stretch down in the Complex League for Brown. And so just a pair of walks, a 2-run shot for Edinson Paulino.